Hello, football lovers. Now we'll go straight to the point. We'll go to an in-depth analysis of what happened in the EPL yesterday. Now I'll be talking about, I'll start with Chelsea. Congratulations to Chelsea for defeating Burnley by 2-0 at Turf Moor. What a match. Well, I would say at the moment, Chelsea is sitting, second on the log in the EPL, where I know a lot of their fans, they are trying to look at the trophy, but I'll start by letting you know the trophy does not really belong to you. Chelsea is just there ceremoniously for now, because I know Chelsea cannot make the first two top teams in the EPL, and I will give you my reasons. But let me just go straight to the point about the analysis. Now, Chelsea's formation is usually 4-2-3-1. This is what Enzo Maresca likes so much. And usually when they build into the game or when they want to press, they switch formation to 3-1-5. That's what Chelsea does most times. 3-2-5. That's what Chelsea does. Now, what happened yesterday was we saw Gittins playing from the left wing, and we saw Pedro Neto playing from the right wing, and we also saw Delap as number 9, and Joao Pedro played the 10th position. So it was fantastic, but we didn't see Caicedo playing the game. So initially, at the start of the game, Chelsea, they were struggling. They were very sloppy, and we saw more of the balls with Burnley. In fact, at a point at 17 minutes, Burnley was having 79 possession of the ball. 71 possession of the ball. So Chelsea couldn't see the ball, and what happened also, Burnley tried to exploit those spaces on both wings, on both the left and on the right. But as the game progresses, Chelsea gained momentum. They were very patient in the game. And then at the 37th minute, what a goal from Pedro Neto. When you look at the goal, you appreciate the intelligence from Enzo Fernandez and also Pedro Neto. The way Enzo Fernandez carried two players along and created the space for Pedro Neto. And I love Pedro Neto. He's so good. He's so good on the ball. He's so good. His movement on the ball. I now understand why the coach will not bench Pedro Neto for Estevao Willian. All right. So it was a fantastic game. Chelsea was very patient. Then in the second half, Burnley tried to press more, give more intensity. But the good thing was Chelsea the players, they were very patient in the game. They were able to absorb the pressure. And at the 87th minute, it was a second goal for Chelsea, and Chelsea sealed up the game. Well, I would say congratulations to Chelsea for sitting at the second, position in the log. Well, what a game! What a game! What a team! Now I'm going to say other facts about this Chelsea team. This Chelsea team has been seen as one of the youngest by average age team squad in the EPL. Wow! So they have a very young squad, and also this Chelsea team, they've not lost in the last 3 EPL games, and they've been doing so well. And I think for 2 EPL games, they've not conceded any goal. So it shows that this team is very, very good. Well, we'll see what's going to happen next week, as now we're traveling away from home to meet Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. I know that match is going to be an entertaining match. Well, let's wait to see what's going to happen. Now let's talk about Liverpool. Wow. Liverpool was disgraced, was outplayed. Wow. In fact, for me, if you have listened or watched my previous analysis about Liverpool, you will agree with me that this is not just about tactics. It's not about tactics for Liverpool. It has to do with, this is a psychological problem. I've said it before, that Liverpool currently is going through some psychological trauma and emotional instability. Yes, because Arne Slot said a lot of things. I listened to his pre-match analysis. He said that since the demise of Diogo Jota, a lot of things has actually happened to the club. Well, for me, I feel that there might be a lot of things happening behind the scene that we might not know in Liverpool. But this team, I don't know, cohesively they are poor. Like, you just see a team that doesn't even know what they are doing. They are all confused. You can't tell me Salah is not a world-class player. Salah is so good. Salah is good. From Fitiru, these players are good. So Postline, they were very good. Now, let me tell you what happened in the game. We know tactics tactically, Liverpool prefers a 4-2-3-1. Like I said, this system is always very difficult to predict. That's why a lot of coaches in the EPL uses it. For Nottingham too, they also use the formation 4-2-3-1. Now, what happened in the game? At the start of the game, Liverpool pressed high with so much intensity. There were a lot of block shots, by Nottingham. It was a difficult game. In fact, the way the game started, you would just think, Nottingham will be disgraced or wallop in the match. But what happened? As the game progresses, Tottenham were able to adjust. Like I said, this Liverpool team, before you know it, they lose concentration. And what happened? Morello opened the score sheet for Nottingham. And this was where, Liverpool travails started. Now, another problem with this Liverpool team is how the defense is so fragile. I don't understand. It's too fragile. And in fact, I know a lot of fans are worried about Liverpool's current state. If Liverpool is losing away from home, it will not even be so much of a problem. But the problem, because I listened to some of the, some sport analysts and some legends in Liverpool, what they said is that the problem is now Liverpool losing at home. Like they say, we will never walk alone. But yesterday we saw them walking alone. Well, a difficult time for Liverpool. This is the same Liverpool that just won the league, if I would call them the defending champions in the EPL. And not only that, this same Liverpool, at the start of the season, they won their 5 straight games. I told people initially, I was very angry about Arsenal losing to Liverpool at Anfield because the signs were there that this team is suffering from psychological and emotional instability. For those who are my fans, who are my friends, they are very much aware. I said it times with that number that Arsenal had no reason to lose at Anfield this season. There was no excuse because this Liverpool team, from the start of the season, they've been poor. They've been very poor. Well, nobody knows what is happening behind the scene. Well, we hope for the best for Liverpool. Now, I didn't even say it. Liverpool was defeated by Nottingham Forest at Anfield. By how many goals? By 3 goals to nothing. I want you to know about that. Now let's talk about Manchester City. Wow. This was supposed to be a must-win for Manchester City. Well, I tried to look at the formation Manchester City played. I've always known Newcastle for playing a 4-3-3, which is Arsenal's kind of formation. I don't know, Newcastle, they hardly changed that formation. Now, yesterday was the first time this season I saw Pep Guardiola also deploying a 4-3-3 system where he played Ryan Cherki, he also played Doku and played Haaland. So sometimes, Pep Guardiola usually tries the 4-2-3-1, sometimes he tries the 4-1-4-1 formation. But yesterday he went with a 4-3-3 formation. Now, this game started with high intensity from both sides. Everybody tried to see how they can, overload, suffocate that midfield. But what happened was, at the start of the game, Newcastle had clear-cut chances. And also, Manchester City also had chances. Foden had one, a sitter. He missed a sitter. Even Haaland. And the same thing with Newcastle. But the cool thing about the game was that this game, both teams actually, they went for a win. Very good from Newcastle. Newcastle defended very compact. They try to press high when they want to press. They try to counter attack Manchester City. It was a game. It was an interesting game, high intensity game. Well, I would say congratulations to Newcastle for defeating Manchester City by 2-1. For me, I would say, well, this league, like I've always said it, if you look at all the teams playing the EPL, this is those top teams. Well, for me, I would say Arsenal appears to be slightly better above these teams. There's no doubt. Now, I'll talk about other Premier League matches that happened yesterday. Fulham defeated Sunderland at home. Wow, what a game at the Craven Cottage. It was a wonderful game. The game was full of highlights, drama. Well, I'll say congratulations to Fulham for defeating a stubborn Sunderland side by 1-0. Then Brighton, I want to call Danny Welbeck. What a player. Danny Welbeck, he's so good. Well, the first goal came, Danny Welbeck missed a lot of chances in the game, but I will talk about it as a pass. Minte gave a very pure left-footed pass to Danny Welbeck, and the finishing was superb. Well, I'll say congratulations to Brighton for defeating Brentford by 2-1. Well, at the end of the match, Brentford had a penalty and they lost it. Well, I'll say congratulations to Brighton, and also other matches to involve the match between West Ham and Bournemouth. The match ended by 2-2. Well, for me, at the start of the game, West Ham tried to press high, they gained possession of the game, and they were even winning by 2-0. But Bournemouth, they always know how to come back, and the game ended by 2-2. Well, I want to tell you, these are just few things I wanted to know. Well, if you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so. If you are searching for me on other social media platforms, just type Dr. Pure FC. Don't forget that this is your home of pure football vibes. Don't forget to like my page. Don't forget to share my videos. And also, I'll be coming up with more tactical analysis about why I think Arsenal should defeat Tottenham in today's match. All right. I love you all. See you soon. Bye.